plunge your blade into her chest. Find your target again and again. She laughs.
Hey, what's up? I'm T.Sheriee. Today we are playing Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. So with that said, grab your favorite snack, get you a drink, get you a blanket. Let's get into it. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so we have a narrator. We're in the woods. It's giving some grim vibes, and I like it. I liked it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What? Looks like we got some options over here. End of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to the end of the world?
What?
Have you ever considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
What do you mean by that?
Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Marnard, Viva la Revolution, something like that. Let me know in the comments. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. I mean, I do got some questions. I think I'm gonna choose... What in the world are you talking about? Let's find out.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Who are you to say that this is supposed to be happening? See, I'm already side-eyeing the narrator. But how can the princess locked away in the basement in the world? Guess if you let her out. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? That's a good question. But have you considered that maybe she's doing this because she locked up? Okay, some of these are the same from before. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to something until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. And you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would pick this, but I don't know. I think I want to go with the evidence one. Where was that?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Daddy, chill. You shut me right on up. I don't have nothing to say. Let's progress the story. I'm sold.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of the hero. Okay. He sounds very by the book. Righteous, if you will.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin. First of all, did y'all see this mouse? Got a little
The interior of the cabin
finger.
is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a weapon. I need something that's gonna protect me. Let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Let's go in the basement. This cabin is really, really small. Oh, look at the mouse. Got the dagger.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Look at him trying to convince me. I'm listening, but I still got a side eye on you.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there? Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Okay, so we got new characters. We got the princess we finna meet. We got the narrator, and we have this hero, which I guess is who we are. Let's go in with that.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
We're responding to her. Okay. Okay, this last one. You ain't got no type of... you ain't got no type of knowledge from the streets. You don't just walk up on the scene saying stuff like this. Unless you like one really cold mother shut your mouth. I'm just gonna continue down.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and stuff forward. If y'all was me, what would y'all pick? What? Click. What would y'all pick? Okay, yeah, you caught me. Well, I mean, the way that she said it, she already kind of sassy. Maybe just step forward. I'm just step forward and see what happened.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh, no talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
True.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm gonna try to go along with the narrator. I'm still side-eyeing him, but I'm gonna just see where this goes. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she is not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. I kind of want to ask this. And she may not be armed, but I don't know, she might bite. I'm gonna ask.
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Nah, I'm not dropping the blade. I'm gonna just go with it. Let's slay the princess. That's what we came here for. That's what the game called.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Huh? What do you mean? You just told me to do this.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Oh, brother.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
Well, you shouldn't have hesitated. Well, yeah, I guess I did too. But dang.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
She did the A-Town stomp on homie.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
I don't know, from the way she was talking, she sounded like she for sure had the upper hand, no matter what I was gonna do. But, go off.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Oh, hero, she calling you weak.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
Nah, is she fit? Is this it?
This is the end.
Oh, Lord.
No, I know that. I know he ain't let her just step on his neck.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What the fuck?
Chapter 2, the tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Wait a minute!
...is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Are we in a time loop? Does he know that we've been here before? Or is this brand new? That's what I'm saying. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. I'm not gonna state the obvious. This definitely happened already. This right here.
I can assure you that you're not dead, And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
I don't like where this is going.
I didn't ask you for all that back talk now. We trying
If he
to
doesn't
figure out why
remember
we
what
here.
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
He definitely know what happened, hero. Don't even. He trying to play you for a fool.
You know I can hear you, right?
We do not care.
It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Fine. If that's the case, I could do a whole run right now and we just go in, slay her, and see what happens. And if you wrong, I'm on your head. I'm on your head if you wrong. All of this really did already happen. Okay, English. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? You better talk you better say it.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
No, these voices, they got to be in the hero's mind. He coming apart at the edges, y'all. Coming apart at the seams. So we got the voice of the hero, which is us, and the voice of the broken from the past life. So because of what happened in the past life, he now has this second personality in his head called voice of the broken. That's my assumption. We're gonna go with that.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
He talking all out the side of his neck. He need to be going and slaying the princess himself.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Sure ain't no telling. We wasn't her.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
He ready to risk it all. He done lost all confidence.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
If he wrong, I got some words.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Few moments later.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
We don't do that here.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? You're being annoying.
Facts.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Factuals.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Wait, ignore both of them. So are we not the hero? person outside of these personalities? I'm thinking it's all in the hero's head. Let's just keep going. We're gonna find out.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Hello? This is different. Is this even considered a cabin anymore? This is like a pillar of a castle entrance.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, should we actually be listening to the narrator or no? Because who's to say he ain't the one that's going to end the world?
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. And is. Tell us about the mirror, y'all. Why not?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
So he think we boo-boo the fool. Okay, got it.
There's definitely a mirror.
100%.
There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror. So no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
Shoot, I don't know. What do we look like? Or what do y'all look like? Because I don't even know if I'm y'all.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Emotional, damn it!
Dang, why they throwing in these variables? I had a plan. What y'all picking? What should we pick? I mean, we're clearly being lied to. There's 100% a mirror right here. What do we care about the most? Let's just go in. Oh, wait. No, all of these talk about the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay, two things. I don't know if I'm just noticing it, but we are clearly not human. We the hero is some type of creature. And then when he put the hand on the wall, the mirror done disappeared.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
I have a feeling they wasn't going to show our character anyway. And I could be wrong. This whole cabin is different than last time. Again, with these variables.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Boy, bye. Expeditiously.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
No! No! No!
Lord, she got demons in her. She working with the devil.
When you said it was booming, she wasn't like this last time.
Cause she talking to them demons. I'm telling you. Who you thought she was talking to down there?
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude?
Okay.
Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
It's giving X-Men. Storm, this your cousin?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you, it was pointless to resist her.
Brother.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
See, even she know we done been here before.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Stay with the plan.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
There wasn't no point in sticking to the plan. She done took it and made it home.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just gonna let that happen to us?
Say that.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
And won't. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
This ain't me. This the hero. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Okay, not too much. Relax.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
She talking to you, hero.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
Oh, I'm saying
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh. I ain't got no choice but to pick up the blade. She gonna make him... Oh.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
You don't even know he being
You
controlled.
can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come, dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
I don't know about all that, sister.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
I knew it was coming.
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
I ain't listening to the narrator. Not another minute after this.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
How we gonna break free from this? Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
She tripping! She tripping!
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
Your words are just words. Why am I listening to you?
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
Wait, the broken voice is doing this? He done took over the doggone body.
I'm on it.
Are you?
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that pop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Always give me a headache, Lord.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
What am I supposed to do at this point? Ain't no way we getting closer.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Psych!
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
Okay.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I think she know he finna slip away. I don't know about that, narrator. I can't believe I can't. Slay the princess.
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Okay, so we caught a lick.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Is she laughing? She crazy! Oh no, she crazy!
We can do this, can't we?
You already doing it, boo?
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Dang, so they didn't do nothing to her?
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you, but the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Okay.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking,
Slay
yet
you better.
somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
Wait, what? Oh, we took it out at the same time? Is us going out? Well, we did it. Well, hold on.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
There's more. How many chapters is this game? Chapter 3, The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
I'm trying to figure the same thing. What is we standing on?